Good day, friend. Author Ted Ciuba. So glad to be with you here doing an author review of What If Elvis Said That? Volume 30 in the sub 4-minute extra mile series. And you can grab your copy at thinkrich.com/Elvis. That's thinkrich.com/Elvis. And in this whole series, we like to remind ourselves that our icon, Roger Bannister, well represents what we are about. We model what we do on him. He defied the status quo, not only by going after an unachievable, impossible to acquire sub 4-minute mile. And the record had stood for over 3,000 years. But in the way he did it, he was a very busy pre-med neurobiology surgery, Oxford University student, and he just didn't have much time. He just gave it to 30 minutes a day on his lunch hour he could put in to train for that monumental thing. Defied all conventional standards all the way around, and he redefined possibility. You probably heard, after he did it, 2.5 years after he did it, 16 people already were doing it. Having stood for 3,000, defy the status quo in these short, regular, focused, intense, intended training sessions of the sub 4-minute extra mile series, and redefine possibility. That's what we're all about for you. Redefine your personal responsibility. So here we are, volume 30, sub 4-minute mile. What if Elvis said that? We're going to read this title session. You also, I'm sure, want to take a look at Can You Do What Mary Did? So vital if you're interested in achievement. Also, a lot of what we do sometimes seems to be future focused, right? Future oriented, as in we work to transmute thoughts into things, and we know it's going to take, if we go to work on our definite chief aim, it's future, right? Sometime. So presently into the future is conflating those two times, which is what you must do to make it effectively work. And another angle on that, tracks leading up through today. So right now, let's take a look at what if Elvis said that? And rocking along, we're going through the book just like you would if you picked it up at Amazon. Recently, I heard a Christmas song I'd never heard before. A song sung by Elvis, so beautiful. I became so entranced that even now, other than knowing it was a seasonal song, I can't remember what the specific subject or drama was. But I remember thinking how truly inspired he was. The season continues, and as fate would have it, I've heard an additional 4 to 5 new seasonal songs from Elvis the King. It's hard to believe from a fan, though certainly offers proof I'm not a fanatic, I reckon. And I think Elvis truly was inspired. And then I think on a client who's going through an identity crisis of sorts. You and I understand it real well. It's not that uncommon. Career instability, marital issues. And then there's always the things with limited time and resources. But the big issue boils down clearly to, do I take a chance? Do I follow my passion in the creative arts? Or do I go the predictable route and make sure me and my family are secure? There's always a lot of sound arguments for going the secure route. You can bet on that. The questions he was pondering were, why me? I mean, what's so special about me? How can I make it? How can my message really and truly add anything of value? Sound like he's been out there and got used to not getting through? I'm not opposed to that kind of questioning at all. In fact, if you don't ponder on those questions and create good answers, a crack up is a coming. However, those questions should make you reaffirm that's exactly exactly what you must do. Be true to yourself. There has to be something that drove you to this creative passion in the first place. There has to be something that has you at this fork in the road. There has to be something that was so attractive to you about this alternative. And it's impossible to overlook the fact that others are doing it. Trees leave growth rings, and those rings reveal the ages and the events of their lives. Yet no two trees write the same history. Perhaps living in life, there is nothing you can say that can't be said, but people want to hear it from people like themselves. There always needs to be someone speaking in a way that reaches people of today's ring of life. There is a universal rhythm and message underlying all. You are inspired as a creative person to get that message out to an audience who will respond. There always needs to be someone. And there is a way. You are a unique expression of that force. Elvis himself had a lot of disappointments and uncertainties getting started. While dreaming of singing, he was driving a truck for Crown Electric Company, devoting what spare time he could, evenings and weekends. During that period, he was turned down by the Songfellows because he couldn't sing. Eddie Bond rejected him for a prestigious professional group, advising him to stick to truck driving because you're never going to make it as a singer. So, back to your why me? Feeling tired, feeling beat up, feeling rejected? What if Elvis said that? What if during his struggles to find his voice, he had given up? Asking the disempowering, what can I possibly add that would be unique? Well, maybe he did. You have. Worse. What if Elvis had listened to that? Get up! Elvis is gone. This is your hour. Go! If you ever need any inspiration, look to Elvis. Folks, Ted Ciuba, your friend. Just so happy to be with you, winding up the author review of What If Elvis Said That? What if Elvis had said that? What if he'd believed? What does this mean to you? What is it? What do you need to take that courage? What do you need to stand up in spite of repeated rejection? Find out more at thinkrich.com/Elvis. That's thinkrich.com/Elvis. This is Ted Ciuba, your friend. So happy to be with you.